Also, you saying he lost that fight in the mall?
No, no, he won the fight in the mall,
Wasn't
but
he?
he doesn't even need the mall to fight in. I mean, he's winning fights in the mall. He's winning fights in the UFC. He's going to win a fight on Saturday. That's all I'm saying.
Wasn't he fighting the guy because the guy like kissed his girlfriend or something? Not Char's girlfriend, but like his
Yeah,
own in public.
yeah, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode here on Locked Door MMA. We're your hosts. I'm Brevin. This is my good buddy JP, and we are so excited to bring you another video with our breakdown and analysis and predictions for every single fight for UFC Fight Night Whittaker versus de Ridder in Abu Dhabi. I'm excited for this one, coming off of a very strange UFC 318 pay-per-view, capped off by the retirement fight of Dustin Poirier and Max Holloway. With as weird as the main card was, which I'm sure JP will dive into, it was a good way to end the night. It was a fun fight between Max and Dustin. I think that's what everybody was hoping for, to send Dustin off into retirement, because it looked like there could have been a first round stoppage very early on. So I'm very glad that we made it out of that first round, and it was such a fun fight. What were some of your thoughts, JP?
Um, First thought, how did they not get fight of the night? Kind of a robbery, if you ask me. I mean, they gave it to Vittori and Allen, which
That was a good fight.
yeah, they both didn't almost finish each other in the second round after Dustin got dropped in the first. I thought Max and Dustin were clear as day fight of the night, but um, what do I know? You know, based off the main card results, what do I know? Okay. Um, yeah, another night of just these cards. Everybody's trashing this card. There were other cards that they trash. It was a couple weekends ago. I think it was the Buckley Usman card. The prelims went absolutely berserk, just like Saturday. And then the main card just snooze fest, dude. It is an absolute snooze fest. Ige Pitbull, catch me snoozing on that one. Oh my god. Kevin Holland fumbles. I'm mad, can we be at that? Yeah, I don't know. Weird card in general. I mean, the card started off with like 7 finishes in a row. I was like, dude, and we were perfect up to that point. I was like, oh my god, we're gonna kill this card. Main card starts. I mean, by the third fight on the main card, I'm just down in the dumps. I'm like, what is happening? What are we doing? But yeah, I don't know. Your model boy, he showed out though. That's for damn sure. All right, I said that guy's not that good. He might get checked. Well, he looked phenomenal. So that was crazy.
Yeah, that was a highlight. I was talking my talk to JP during that fight, after that fight, and JP said, "Yeah, yeah, he's the real deal. The dude is a stud." And then he's going out and modeling today, actually, was his next gig. So, props to him. Barely took any damage, dealt a lot of damage, and now he's modeling on the side as well. I mean, the dude's a stud. Move over, Makhachev. There's a new Islam in town. I like that guy. And I think he's someone we got to keep an eye on, as well as Barriault. I mean, the dude got some serious power. He's got some serious juice. I did think Robert Valentin would shoot a takedown, maybe look to grapple against this kid. Why are we standing up and striking with him? I don't know. And when he clips you, don't wave him on. Don't give him any more reason to punch you in the face. I think that was a terrible game plan for Valentin, but we got to keep a close eye on Gaudier moving forward. I think it's good for him as well. It gives him more time to work on the wrestling and the grappling. I do think that was his biggest weakness and still is. Obviously, striking wise, he's phenomenal. And then his stories about being in street fights. If you haven't heard, go listen to his post-fight interview. He's talking about being in street fights with like multiple guys coming at him at once. He's dropping everybody. Dude's an absolute killer. Excited to watch his future unfold. But JP, without further ado, let's dive into this card, which I believe is actually going to be a fun one. I think there's a lot of really good fights for a fight night. And then obviously it's in Abu Dhabi, so we will be getting some early morning action. I believe it kicks off at 9
Yeah.
our time, 9 a.m. So it's going to be early. I mean, JP is going to have the Alani ready to go. I'm going to be juiced up, ready to go in the morning as well. I'm excited for it. First fight of the night, something that we may not be too excited for. Martin Big Booty Buday is taking on Marcus Buchecha.
um, what the hell am I gonna have ready? What did you say? The Kaylani?
Not the Kaylani and Alani. It's an energy drink.
Oh,
Come on,
I
man.
was
You don't
like,
drink Alani's, it's like
no.
Celsius, but I'm an Alani guy, okay? There's a lot of good flavors. Shout out Blue Slush, shout out Cherry Slush,
We're sponsored.
shout out we should be, honestly. I'll reach out to them after this episode, see if we can get a sponsorship rolling. I got one in the fridge right now waiting for me, but it's too late in the day to drink it.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell? I got Kaylani going at 9 a.m. I'm down with it. That's fine. I'll listen to her. Yeah. Big booty Buday. All right. I know it's pronounced Buday. This dude is just notorious on the channel, man. I mean, even when he's not fighting, we find a way to bring him
Yep.
up.
Yep. We talk about him.
We
all the
talk
time.
about him. Boy, do we love him. I guess you could say he's in our head rent free because of how trash he is. He is terrible. He is cheeks. I can't sit up here and trash him every week and then break down this fight and try and pitch you guys on picking Martin Buday. Okay. On the other hand, Buchecha or whatever, something like that. I mean, he can grapple. His striking is, I mean, typical big heavyweight striking. They're gonna dip their head and throw a big overhand and then kind of wobble off balance a little bit like a toddler. If you kind of push a toddler back, it's okay. I mean, he's got a couple of teeps, but his grappling's high level. His jiu-jitsu is really high level. When I was watching film, this Omar Khan, whatever that guy's name is, he fought Boucher, and he also fought somebody else on this card. I forgot who it was. The UFC should sign that guy, okay? Because Khan and Boucher's fight was actually pretty good, very entertaining. Both of them were going at it, but yeah, I'm going Boucher. Or Buchecha, whatever. I'm not picking Buday. Big booty Buday. He sucks. Hopefully Buchecha subs him and we get some sort of entertainment in the heavyweight division. If Buday wins, we're fucked. Give me Buchecha.
Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting matchup. I mean, coming into your UFC debut, being such a grappling heavyweight, which we don't see that a lot, right? Like, and this guy is known for his like grappling. He's a world-renowned grappler, and he's 6'3". He'll probably come in a little bit lighter than the heavyweight limit of 265. And like JP said, the striking, I don't know. I mean, you get what you get. He just loads up the big overhand right. If it connects, it connects. I mean, he's kind of a big guy, and Martin Buday can get hit. But JP, I really don't love this Marcus guy. I can't lie to you. I really don't love him. The grappling's there in his grappling matches, but inside of MMA, it's like he'll fall to his back a lot. I mean, he'll roll for the heels. And honestly, like I got more trust in Mr. Walker than Buchecha at this point. I mean, I think Walker's a little bit more dangerous as far as heel hooks go. And Martin Buday, here's the thing that a lot of people don't know about him. He has really high level wrestling and grappling. He just never uses it. His game plan is to back you up against the fence, clinch with you, and hold you there the entire fight. Which I think if he does that to Marcus, it's going to be one of those boring slugfests up against the cage. But Marcus will try to wrestle. He's not great at offensively wrestling, and he'll oftentimes end up on his back where he feels comfortable. And I don't like guys that just are comfortable being on their back and looking for triangles and arm bars and all these other things, especially at heavyweight. I think that's a terrible look to the judges. I think Martin Buday has the UFC experience. It's just a tough draw, in my opinion, for your heavyweight debut. And honestly, like, if you go out there and beat Buday, great. JP and I will be happy. But at this moment, I've seen nothing from you, and your striking's not that great. We haven't really seen much grappling, even though you're some prodigy. So give me big booty. I'm taking Martin Buday.
That's crazy. That's criminal. That is criminal in my eyes. Revan's on the booty. All right, moving up. That's crazy, dude. Boy, pick Buday. All right, next one. Mohamed Yahya versus Stephen Nguyen, I believe it's pronounced.
Who knows? I mean, the ninja, that's what I'll be calling him. Steven the Ninja, Mohamed Yahya. This is going to be an interesting matchup just from the standpoint that Mohamed Yahya is moving down a weight class. Um, yeah, I don't blame him. He was getting pieced up at 155. Now you're coming down and fighting at 145. You're still a smaller guy as it is. I don't necessarily see where his advantages lie. A lot of experts, quote unquote experts out there, think he's going to have a really good performance, and they put him on every single Abu Dhabi card, and he's the hometown guy. Dude, the dude's 0-2 in Abu Dhabi. I mean, I think he's trash. I really don't like his stand up. His grappling's so. Like he had Trevor Peak in a deep submission at one point in their fight, but beyond that, he was just getting dominated from start to finish. Keeps his chin up in the air. His footwork is really awkward. He's like stumbling all over the place. He gets hit a lot, and I think Steven's going to land the jab, stay at range. He's the much taller guy, and the reach is identical. I think Steven's going to keep this fight standing and be able to piece him up. So give me Steven, the Ninja, Nguyen, or however you pronounce the last name. I'm just not a big Yahya fan, and how can you be? The dude's done nothing inside the UFC, and the only thing he has going for him is he's fighting in Abu Dhabi. That's great. The dude's 0-2 in Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta mention it. I have to say it. I feel like Abu Dhabi has been known. I mean, it's happened what, twice? 2 cards of dog shit decision.
Sure. JP, but you got to make it to decision.
No.
For that to be.
I'm not saying for Yahya. I'm not. No, don't get me wrong.
Just in general.
Just in general. Abu Dhabi is what sparked you're in certain places, you get certain people who get the nod. Okay, Renat the Rat. We'll get there.
We'll get there.
With that being said, yeah, no shot. Yahya's dog shit. Okay. When I'm breaking shit down, you just look at a fighter and you look at red flags. Okay, Yahya was slow at his other weight class. Like Brevin said, his chin's up in the air. His footwork's trash. He doesn't check leg kicks. He doesn't have volume. And then you're gonna go down a weight class. Every time you go down a weight class, the people are faster and more technical. The lower in weight you go, because you have to be. I think Yahya is cheeks. Steven's not the best either. He does keep his head on center line as well, but he's gonna be faster. He has the leg kicks there. Yahya doesn't do anything with leg kicks. And then another red flag is, like Brevin said, he's 0-2. He is terrible. I think this is Steven all day unless he just has a fucking Dan Ige performance 1 punch at a time. Has a Kopylov performance 1 punch at a time. I mean, Jesus Christ. Yahya will go backwards and he won't throw anything. And his chin's just in the air. He's terrible. Bango Baby. Give me Steven.
Yeah, I was looking to see if they even have the lines out for this fight. I don't believe they do at this current moment. But yeah, I mean, I've seen a lot of stuff about a lot of people liking Yahya. I'm like, dude, the dude's done nothing. I'm pretty sure the people of Abu Dhabi don't even want to watch this guy fight. Like, that's how bad it is. And like in his last fight, he blitzes in with his chin straight up in the air and gets popped with a 1-2 down the middle and knocks his lights out cold. Taking the much faster, better striker. Give me Steven as well. All right, moving up. I'm excited for this fight. Hopefully you are too. Aslan is taking on Billy Elekana.
Betting wise, we didn't say it. Betting wise, the first 2 fights. I mean, Brevin, anything jump out at you? I'm probably not touching either.
I wouldn't mind Steven by KO. I think Yahya's stand-up is absolutely atrocious.
Yeah.
The first one, guys, please, stay away. Stay away. I mean, if you like Buchecha by sub, sure. Buday by decision, sure. But like, I mean, you're a little degenerate at that point. Honestly, I feel like I got a pretty good read on Martin Buday. I've watched his fights. All I do is talk about the guy. But hey, it's the first fight of the night. Let's settle in. Let's relax a little bit. First fight of the morning, actually. It's going to be 9 a.m. So yeah, please don't put your money on these heavyweights in the first fight.
Yes, win by KO maybe. But other than that, I wouldn't touch it. This one's interesting to me. Okay, Ebo, he already died. Okay, Mr. Aslan himself. I don't know how to feel about him, bro. I don't. Everybody knows he's this knockout artist. Okay, this Polish power guy. His stand-up fucking sucks. If this dude wasn't huge and strong, he'd get his ass beat. He would suck. He runs forward and throws shots from the hip. And then, granted, he presses you. He puts on good pressure, and he'll just fire shots. He'll basically smother you so you can't throw anything back. Then he'll clip you with one thing. He hits pretty hard. In the first, 3 minutes of the fight, I'd say, he's strong and explosive. He's hard to take down. He's like Vinicius Oliveira, right? He's like some of these other guys. I mean, Vinicius is just a crazy athlete, but You know what I mean? Like some of these other guys who are just strong as shit, powerful in the first 3 minutes, they're so hard to take down because they explode all this shit. So you got to slow them down somehow. I think Ebo sucks though. I don't think he's good. Jesus Christ. I picked him against why am I forgetting his name? Eon. Ebo versus Eon. I picked him against Eon. And then Eon showed us he can grapple him a little bit. Once Ebo got a little tired because they were going back and forth, throwing big shots. Billy is weird. So Billy, he's kind of, I don't want to say well-rounded, but he can do everything a little bit, right? He can grapple a little bit. On the feet, when he fought Bogdan started to push him back, found more success. I don't know. He's Samoan, and I'm I have a theory of why I don't think Brevin's gonna like him. But Billy's okay. He's got decent straight shots, but he gassed out versus Bogdan bad, really bad. After taking his back, having him in a not a deep choke, but he should have choked him out. I just don't know. I don't know. I am sure is Ebo gonna sprint at him and knock him out? I mean, sure. I could care less though. Honestly, I wouldn't be shocked if Ebo gasses out and gets fucking subbed. I think if you're on the Elekana side, okay, plays money line. Like honestly, I don't care if you're on the Ebo side. It's first round KO or nothing. Ebo fucking sucks in my eyes. Whatever. Give me Ebo Aslan.
Brother. I mean, first of all, stop making me out to seem racist. I like Samoans. I really do. They're great people. I just don't like the Tafa brothers, and I don't even know if they're Samoan. Aren't they like Australian or something? Who knows? They suck and they shouldn't be in the UFC. Billy, in his last fight, like JP said, didn't look the best. He was coming in on very short notice. I think that's what a lot of people don't really take into consideration. They just look at these records and past performances, but he didn't look amazing. He did get the back of Bogdan, which I don't necessarily think is that hard to do, and couldn't do anything with it. He just kept him there the whole round. And then in round two, had nothing left. I mean, this was probably the weirdest sequence in a fight that I've seen in a long time. The dude was just shelled up on one knee
Yeah.
against the fence, like turtled up, and Bogdan was just hammering him with shots. I don't know how the ref continued to let him fight. I mean, the dude clearly gave up. And then, I mean, the ref wasn't stepping in. He got caught with the guillotine. I mean, he tapped in 0.2 seconds because he just had nothing left in the tank. And I think if you're taking that kind of punishment from a guy that pressed forward and Bogdan in round two, you're going to take the same amount of punishment, if not worse, from Ebo Aslan in round one, because that's what he does. He's going to back you up against the fence. And Lord knows if you shell up for 1 second, you're going to get clipped. I got Ebo Aslan. I don't think this one's close. Sure, maybe the overall skill set of Ebo isn't quite polished yet, isn't quite there. I mean, Qtalaba's been looking pretty decent as of late, and Qtalaba has some big time wins. So, like, to completely count out Ebo is almost criminal, especially going up against a guy in Billy Elekana, who literally just went down on one knee and shelled up in his last time out. I'm taking Ebo Aslan by KO in round one.
I mean, what swung it for me was the Rafael Cicada fight, which we said the same thing. This dude was, we didn't really know much about him and stuff like that. And then he got hit once and just backed up and then just sat on the cage with his hands up.
Yeah, same thing will happen here.
And then Billy is just sitting on a knee. He took like 20 strikes.
On a knee, and I don't know how they didn't stop it. He was just on a knee, all shelled up, dude, like this. Boom, 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 boom.
So I mean, yeah, but again, I personally think Ebo's fucking technique is horrendous.
Who cares? The dude's yoked.
Yoked, and then you gas out, and then he's crying, and he rolled over, and he's crying after he got choked out. I don't like him, but whatever.
Yeah, well, keep hating. You hated on Islam last week, and look where we were at. All right, moving
Ebo
up.
sucks. Ebo sucks.
Amanda Ribas. Relax. Ebo's my guy.
Ebo's
Amanda
terrible.
Ribas is taking on Tabitha Baby Shark Ricci.
These two girls seem pretty similar to me. You know, very, very similar fight styles. Tabitha Ricci's gonna be smaller. She's gonna try and put pace on you a little bit, come forward. She'll strike, boom into the clinch. Mario Batista your ass, you know, on the clinch, just sitting in the clinch doing work, and then she'll get little trips. She's got good little trips, and then she'll just take top position. And she'll ride out decisions, right? If anybody's trying to sit here and tell me that Tabitha Ricci's a finisher, absolutely not. All right, if there's one thing I'm betting on this fight, women's fight, over 2.5, fight goes distance. And then I really like the fight to end in split decision. I really do. I think this is going to be competitive because Amanda on the other side, she's a black belt. You know, she's good at sprawling. I like her hips. I like when she sprawls. She can strike too. Now, she's got good 1-2 when she's in range. Okay? But I cannot stand it, bro. She looks like she's on crack cocaine when she's out of range. Stop moving. Just stop moving. Just settle down. And then she'll just keep throwing that jab into air. We're not hitting anything. We're literally not hitting anything. Stop it. And then she'll get in close and she'll land. And then the moment we back up, when we're even out of kicking range, bro, it looks like she's trying to dodge a tennis ball that somebody's thrown at her the whole fucking time. But Tabitha, I don't know. Is she going to get in close, get into the clinch, and to just outwork her? Granted, Amanda's been knocked out a couple times. Tabitha Ricci doesn't knock anybody out. She goes to fucking decision, dude. I don't know. I think they're crazy close. I think it's very similar styles. I think we're going to split decision for sure. I'm going to take Amanda Ribas. I like her 1-2 better. I think she's not quicker, but I don't know. If she gets clipped, sure, but I'm taking Ribas.
Listen, I like the Ribas pick, but the whole split decision stuff you got going on, I don't know what you're talking about. I think Ribas is the better striker by far, and I think they negate each other's grappling and wrestling. So I do think this is going to be a fairly stand-up battle. Ribas is the better striker, in my opinion, with a 5-inch reach advantage. I don't want to overthink it. I'm not thinking this thing's a split decision by any means, unless it's like a 10-8 Ricci first round or something, which doesn't happen. I mean, Tabitha Ricci, she's just low volume, in your face, come round 3, hoping that she finds something, takes down opponents here and there. But I think Amanda Ribas, like I said, is going to negate all of that. And so Ricci's going to have to outstrike Amanda Ribas with her low volume. I don't like the matchup for her. I do think Ribas gets it done, and I don't think it's split decision. She should be able to get it done via unanimous decision. Give me Amanda Ribas.
I don't think you've picked Ricci once. I think
Why
you're a
would I?
Ricci hater.
Okay, yeah, I don't care.
Wouldn't
She's
be
not winning.
shocked. Would not be shocked. I think it's a close fight.
Interesting.
This
We'll see.
this is coming from a guy who picked Buday. All right, let's move up.
You'll see.
Damon Blackshear, Demonsta versus Davy Grant.
Yeah, good matchup. Davy Grant's a tough guy. He's nearing the age of 40. Good striker, pretty good defensive grappler. Sometimes he'll offensively grapple as well and find success there. I'm not trying to go too deep into this one or overthink it. I do think Damon Blackshear is going to have a striking advantage. I like what he's been doing as of late. And then if it goes to the ground, Damon Blackshear is a very dangerous man. I like Damon Blackshear as long as he's not getting caught early, but Davy Grant's not starching people early. He's also taking a lot of damage. And if it's going to go long, if we're going to have some scrambles, if we're going to have some striking in the clinch and all kinds of things, I think Damon Blackshear holds the advantage in all those areas. So give me Damon Blackshear as long as he can fade a one-shot KO strike from Davy Grant early on.
Yeah, dude. So Damon's last fight, we're on the feet, striking with this guy. And granted, I think that I can't remember. I believe the guy had
He was
decent takedown
toying with him.
defense. But
Yeah, but at the same time as striking with it, he posed no threat.
yeah, but I could give a fuck. Get a fucking finish. We're not sitting here showing off our shit going to decision, bro. Get a finish. Go submit a guy. Getting close. Do something. I'm not a fan of it. This one, I don't think he's going to do that because Davey can stick and move a little bit. For an old guy, he's pretty quick. He's a little crafty on the feet. But Demond has so many more paths to victory in this one. He's bigger. Davey's going to be 40 soon. I mean, we were both picking Davey against Daniel Santos when they were supposed to fight, but Demond should have every path in the book to win this one. Grappling-wise, 100%. He's bigger. I think the Montel Jackson fight taught him a lot on the feet because Montel's long as shit and he's accurate. But again, like you said, Davey doesn't hit that hard. He just hits you a lot, but he also gets hit. I think it's Damon Blackshear all the way unless he fumbles. Unless he truly fumbles like Kevin Holland, has a bad game plan, something like that. Give me Damon.
It'd be a good matchup, though. I think Davey Grant's all, I mean, Davey and Damon, I believe, have been in a few fight of the nights. Like it's gonna be a good fight. I just think Damon has all the skills necessary. He just really needs to put stuff together. Like his frame and everything in that division is phenomenal. He's just gotta put it all together, make a little run, which he can. He's beaten some really good guys in that division. All right, moving up. Another really good fight here. I'm excited to see how this one goes down. Muslim Salikhov taking on Carlos Leal.
Sounds interesting. All right, we made it. Not the rat. All right, I told y'all we'd bring him up. Okay, Carlos Leal. We never got confirmation. I mean, apparently we did. All right, I forget the company who does the drug testing now for UFC. I think Carlos Leal was fucking juicing when he fought Renat, okay? With that being said, we both picked Renat. Renat lost. He won the fight, but he lost. Renat lost that. Absolute robbery. But Carlos is weird, man. Carlos is a weird guy. You know, he's got good takedown defense still, even after he was throwing Renat off like a little boy. He'll come forward. He'll press forward. He likes to fight on the front foot. And he'll hit you hard. He'll hit you with bombs. I'm going to say it again. His technique is cheeks. All right? He's throwing from the hip. He's just leaning back with his hands down. But he'll fucking crack you. And he's got a chin. He's been hit. And he's got a chin. And then his defensive wrestling, like I said, it's pretty good, bro. It's pretty good. Hard to take him down. Even if you do, he's popping right back up immediately. Muslim Salikhov has been the ultimate outlier of fade the 40s. All right, this dude's 40, 41, throwing spinning heel kicks, knocking people the fuck out. All right, that left leg, he spins gorgeous with it. The King of Kung Fu, I believe, is his nickname. He's nasty on the feet at range. He's nasty. I don't think Carlos is going to let him sit there because Carlos always comes forward. And Muslim's not one to be like Renat did in the first round where he's going to put Carlos on the back foot. Muslim will counter-strike and sit back. Muslim can grapple a little bit. I don't necessarily think Carlos is looking to offensively grapple, but I think if he was, I think he'd be all right with Muslim. I don't see anything Muslim does offensively, grappling-wise, that will threaten Carlos whatsoever in this fight. I am going to take Carlos Leal. Right now, he's a... Where is it at? He's a fat favorite, isn't he?
Yeah, on Tapology, they have him at minus 400. Let me see if I can pull it up to DraftKings real quick.
Minus 440.
Looks like he's minus 440.
So not as big as I thought. I am going to take Carlos. I'll say by KO. We'll see. Yeah, I'm just worried. Just worried with his hands low and stuff like that and him always leaning back. I mean, a Kung Fu guy who's been doing it for fucking years, still good at it. Just saying, just worried a little bit, but I will take Leal.
Yeah, bingo. I'm taking Carlos Leal. I would probably stay away from this fight, guys, if I was you. I think JP was kind of feeling that too, and by his talk track, I'm kind of picking up those vibes. Like, we're not super confident in Leal just from the standpoint of Muslim. Even at his age of 41, has still shown that he carries a ton of power. I mean, if you can spin that leg as quickly and as sharply as he does, it can generate so much force, and he puts guys' lights out. And like with what JP was saying, Carlos does tend to carry his hands low. It only takes one shot from Muslim at any point in that fight to knock him out. I think Leal's got a good thing going for him, and the fact that he's never been knocked out in his career, that's got to give you a little bit of confidence. That's probably why he carries his hands a little low. Muslim is capable of doing that to him and being the first one. And I think this is a pretty steep line for what should be a purely striking battle. I believe it stays on the feet, and Muslim, like, he's a really good striker. And so I think it's a good matchup, but I do worry about the chin of Muslim. It's shown to be cracked at times, and I think Leal does carry the power, whether he's on steroids or not. to put a certain pace and to put a power on Muslim that he hasn't seen in quite a while. And as long as he can fade the spinning attacks from Muslim, I think Carlos should be all right. So give me Carlos Leal.
I mean, he's been not notorious, but he's willing to eat a couple, and that's what he's done in his couple fights. So if he can eat what Muslim, I'm just worried about that kick or something when he's leaning back, dude.
He's quick. He's quick with it too.
I mean, for 41, he's like crazy fast. He's like surprisingly fast.
And he's still yoked.
Yeah.
Guys, honestly, like if you wanted to bet something here, I mean, look for the Muslim KO prop. I think that's how he wins. If it goes long, I don't think the volume's quite there for Muslim. I do think Carlos is going to press forward, but the dude's striking's very sharp, very precise, and he carries a ton of power.
We'll see. We'll see if Carlos eats one and then just drops a fucking bomb. All right. Next one. I'm excited for this one. The return of Bryce Mitchell. All right, after he got dismantled by our boy, our favorite guy, John Silva. Going up against Saeed Nurmagomedov.
Yeah, also excited for this one. This is going to be Bryce Mitchell's move down to 135. So we're going to see how he fares at the lower weight, especially coming off of the loss to John Silva. You know, he made comments like, you know, these guys are just too strong at 145. I got to have a change of scenery. And I think for him, this is going to prove a ton because Saeed Nurmagomedov like does have the Nurmagomedov last name, but you know his grappling's kind of average. JP, if you ask me, like watching film, he does okay when he's offensively the one initiating the grappling, but anytime he's on his back, he just kind of accepts position and stays safe. And I think if you're Bryce Mitchell, that's got to be the game plan. Get Saeed down to the ground, hold him there, control him, look to find your own submissions. I do like the size that Bryce will be bringing to this matchup. I don't necessarily think he has a striking advantage against Saeed. Saeed very crafty with his kicks. With his hands, he can be sharp at times. In his last time out against Vinicius Oliveira, just didn't throw enough volume. I mean, it went back and forth, but ultimately lost via unanimous decision. I think Saeed's got to put pressure on Bryce in the striking department, and Bryce will shoot in for the takedown. Now, the one thing that I worry about is Bryce tends to leave that nick out. And I think that's because he's comfortable with his guillotine defense. But it was the ninja choke against John Silva that ultimately got him in a ton of trouble. Saeed's going to shoot the gilly anytime that Bryce shoots the takedown. And so I think for Bryce, if he can use that to his advantage, get Saeed down to the ground, he can find control. And I do think come Saturday, he's going to be the much stronger guy. I do believe Bryce is going to be able to put back on some pounds after weigh-ins, especially at 135. I mean, he's tall, he's strong, he's fought guys in the upper weight class. And sure, we talked about the speed advantage from the striking perspective earlier on in the card about a guy moving down weight classes. I just don't think this is going to be a purely striking matchup with Bryce Mitchell looking to get takedowns and implement his grappling. So I'm taking Bryce Mitchell. I'm excited to see what he can do at 135. And he has fought at 135 before in some of his earlier fights in his career, not in the UFC, but outside of the organization. And he's been undefeated at 135. He's done a nice job with some early round submissions. And I think that's what he can do here. The other thing, too, I kind of noticed in the John Silva fight, he was looking a little tired, looking a little gassed, especially come round two. Saeed kind of does the same thing. He will tire out really early on through the grappling stuff. And I think that's where Bryce is going to have to really focus on his cardio and then take advantage of that cardio from Saeed Nurmagomedov and utilize that strength. So give me Bryce Mitchell.
Did you hear what recently happened to Bryce?
No.
So he's out there already, right? He's out in Abu Dhabi.
Okay. Okay.
I think
that's probably not the best idea, but
I think he was at a gym or somewhere, right? He was at a gym, whatever. Went back to shower, right? Get cleaned up, whatever. He's in the locker room. So what normally happens when you're here is like if you're at a locker room or gym and you shower, you come out and change, right? Like you go to your local YMCA, I'm sure you'll see a couple old men just walking around, right? Just their Conor McGregor impression, best one they're doing. So Bryce apparently got out of the shower and then just walked over to change. He's just changing, right? And there were apparently like 3 Muslim guys. I guess he wasn't supposed to be naked where he was at. I don't know. They got very upset, bro. They like cornered him, and he was like, "I'm worried these boys about to fight me 3-on-1, or maybe it's 6 of them. I don't remember." And yeah, they were pressing him because he was just butt naked, and somebody had to come over and be like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa," and then let him get changed and shit. I don't know. Never a dull moment with this guy ever.
Who's tending the farm with him over in Abu Dhabi?
Maybe the guy he does the podcast with. Is he still doing that?
I don't know. Bryce Mitchell's all over the place.
Never a dull moment with this fucking guy. This guy's hilarious. With that being said, yeah, it's an interesting one. Saeed from range and speed, he's gonna have the upper hand on Bryce for sure. Crafty kicks, and then he'll kick you and then spin and throw a spinning back fist and shit. Saeed gets tired though. Saeed does get tired in all of his fights. He does get tired. Bryce, country strong. He'll say it. Other people will say it. And he's a good grappler, dude. Bryce is a good grappler. I think we forget, dude has a fucking twister in the UFC. His striking, yeah, don't like it. Don't love it. Can't sit at range. Again, are we going to sit at range with a better striker and then try and level change later in the fight? 3-round fight, we got to do it right away, because what's the best way to deal with this guy? Get him fucking tired. In the first 3 minutes of the fight, make him be against the cage, carrying your weight. Having to pummel, get you off of him. But I agree. I think Bryce is good. I think Saeed gasses out. I think Saeed's similar to a Boos. Great striker and then gasses out. Give me Bryce Mitchell.
Yeah. You said Bryce is going to struggle at range. I will say, in the first round against Jean Silva, he looked pretty good. I mean, he quadrupled his career best in leg kicks. Implementing the kicking game against Saeed, I think, will also help get him thinking about that. Shoot the takedown, tire him out, like you said. I do think there's a clear pathway for Bryce to be very successful. But I mean, Saeed's dangerous. He's got some long arms as well. They have the same reach, but Bryce is taller than him, and that's why he shoots the guillotine. You just got to protect the neck, because I could see that being something that
Yeah.
will get him into trouble. And Saeed loves to go for that guillotine.
Yep. Shoot it right away, probably. Yeah, we got to be careful about that.
All right, moving up to the main card, we have Nikita Krylov taking on Bogdan Guskov.
Nikita Krylov versus Anthony Smith. All right. Anthony
Reincarnation.
Smith. Yeah, the second coming of Anthony Smith. Interesting one. Interesting one here. I was talking about Bogdan against good old Billy Boy. Nikita, we just saw get slumped by Dominic Reyes, Nikita's a crazy guy. A lot of crazy fights. And one thing that I've always said about him is his scrambles in the chaos. He always kind of seems to come out on top. Granted, it is against Ryan Spann and shit like that, right? He knocked out an old Gustafsson, stuff like that. He's rounded. He can strike, he can grapple. He's rounded everywhere. He took a lot of time off before the Dominic Reyes fight. It was like 2 years. And then Dominic obviously goes out there and slumps him. So we'll see. An interesting thing is about their age. They're both similar in age, and Nikita took 2 full years off. So I'd like to see where he would be at if he didn't. Bogdan is another guy. He's big, strong, like Ebo. They're just kind of built the same. Big ass fucking arms, big ass shoulders. He'll hit you hard. He's a decent striker. Bogdan has a chin. Right? He's only been knocked out once, 14 KOs. So similar to Ebo, right? But Bogdan can grapple a little bit. He's got defense. His back was taken that whole round against Elekana, but he's got grappling defense for sure. I like what Bogdan has to offer. I really do. And I'm worried about Nikita. We'll see how he does after the 2-year layoff and then gets slumped, and now he's back again. Might look better. I like what Bogdan has to offer. I really do. And right now, he's plus money. Plus 150. Kind of sold it for me. I like Bogdan. I like the value on him. I'm going to take Bogdan Guskov.
Should be a good matchup. Like JP said, both of them have very interesting skill sets that could flourish into a lot of potential. And Nikita Krylov, like JP also said, has fought some of the best in the division, has been around for a long time. So I find it very interesting that they are so close in age. Guskov, here's the thing about Guskov. He does carry power with his striking, but his striking It's okay. To me, it's average on film. It's really average. I mean, a win over Ryan Spann proves nothing. A win over this Billy Elekana, who is down on one knee for half a round, proves nothing to me. And those are his last two performances. Getting KO'd by Dominic Reyes. I mean, JP will sit here and literally argue that Dominic Reyes beat John Jones. That's the type of level of
He
opponent
did.
that Nikita Krylov has been facing versus, Bogdan's kind of fighting these random guys. And then you fight someone that's actually been around like Volkan Ozdemir, you get choked out in round one. Yikes. Because if Krylov has your back like Elekana did, you're going to sleep. He will choke you out. And if Volkan Ozdemir can choke you out, I think Krylov can too. I do think Nikita Krylov is going to implement a wrestling game plan. I see a lot of holes in Bogdan's game in that department. I don't think Bogdan catches him early. And I expect Krylov to get this fight down to the ground and implement his grappling to find a submission victory on Saturday. Give me Nikita Krylov.
Hashtag justice for Reyes. All right. This one. Woo. Like this one a lot. Also, we forgot to mention Evloev and Aaron Pico are supposed to be on this card, and that's a damn shame that they're not fighting anymore. Evloev pulled out. Don't know why. Whatever. The return of Asu Almabayev after the Manel Cop performance going up against Jose Ochoa.
Yeah, it should be interesting. If you guys have followed the channel for a while, you guys know I'm a fan of Asu Almabayev. I've probably picked him every time he's fought, honestly. And then Jose Ochoa, last time out, I picked Cody Durden. Durden gets slumped by Ochoa. So now it's like I got a little bit of confliction going on both sides. Um, Watching film, which is where I'm going to fall back to, given the fact that I kind of have a little bit of bias on both sides now. Asu's striking's kind of mid, JP, it's mid, for him to find success in this fight, he's gonna have to get Jose down to the ground, which Durden was able to do in round one, before getting caught in round two, and then he's gonna have to look for a sub potentially because if this fight's standing, I do think Jose is going to have a clear striking advantage. He's going to be a much bigger opponent as well, and carry a lot more power in his hands. He's younger, quicker. I mean, the striking's beautiful. It's really going to test his wrestling defense, JP. But I think in this one, based on what I saw on film, Asu's going to get caught quite a bit. I'm taking Jose Ochoa.
Wow. Wow. Interesting. This fight was so hard for me. So tough. Jose Ochoa. Really like him. Like the talent. Like I'm forgetting the word. I like what he has to offer. I think there's a lot of promise there, right? He can grapple. His striking gorgeous. He's got power. In the Durden fight, he did get touched. Cody was landing as well, but the difference is if Jose lands on you enough, you're going to bed, right? And Asu, I will agree, his striking is very mid. Manel exposed that, but then again, Manel Cop is probably one of the best in the world that here and there gone out in it fast. You can't see it. You're getting hit by two things, and then he's out, and then he's checking your leg kick. Manel Cop is very good, fast twitch. Jose's similar. Almabayev's used to fighting bigger guys, right? Just because he's a really small dude. But like Brevin said, he's gonna wrestle. He wants to wrestle. He needs to get to his wrestling. That's what wins him fights. That's what wins him decisions. That's what he does. Jose, I'm worried. The Cody Durden takedowns, I didn't like how easy they were, and I didn't think it was because Jose can't stuff it. I think he was accepting it because he knows he can get up, or he's gonna try and throw something up, right? So I think he's confident in that. But like you said earlier, I'm worried that if we keep getting taken down, again, he could just sprawl and just prove me wrong. But if we keep getting taken down, he's going to be on his back, like you said, trying to throw up arm bars or triangles or something a little too much. Because if you fight Almabayev, if you give up a round, you can't get taken down anymore. Especially in 3-round fights. That's what Almabayev does. Some people call it boring. It is what it is, dude. This little fucking dude will just wrestle the shit out of you. I want Jose Ochoa to win so bad. If you're betting on this fight, I am betting Ochoa plus 105 right now. I think I'm going to go with Almabayev, dude. I think I'm going to go with Almabayev on the scorecards. I'm just worried that Ochoa's not going to sprawl as much as he needs to and just take position over trying to get something crazy. But I hope he proves me wrong. I really do. I'm going to go Almabayev.
That's the surprise pick of the night for me, JP. I was almost 100% certain you'd be taking Ochoa, just because of how strongly you stuck by his side
I
in the
want to.
Durden matchup when I was on the Durden side. Yeah, it's like, but then here's the thing: if he has confidence going up against Cody Durden, they've got to be telling him in camp, like, we can't settle here on the bottom against Almabayev because he will make you pay. Cody Durden's one thing, right? And he's just relentless with that pressure. Maybe you feel like you can get to the chin. But to be on the bottom of Almabayev, I think that's a different story, and you just don't want to remain there because he will keep you there. So I don't know. If he can stuff a takedown, please do it. Don't accept bottom position. And if you are on the bottom, use the length that you have in those legs to create space, separation, and get yourself back up to the feet. I don't know. The hands are really nice. The power, it's been really nice. I just can't sit there and pick a guy and hope for him to win based on the fact that he's going to get rocked in the face over and over and over. Like, gone on the are the days, JP, that I'm just hoping that we land a takedown like freaking Robert Valentine last weekend, and we just stand there against the fence and wave a guy on that's a much better striker. I can't deal with it anymore. So that's why I'm on the Jose side. But yeah, surprise pick of the week from you.
I mean, I want to do it. I really, like I said, I'm gonna bet on Ochoa. I like Ochoa a lot, but like, and like you're saying, like their coach, his coach is telling him in training, like, we can't accept this. I agree. I fucking hope they are. But
Yeah,
me and you have heard too many times where they go in the corner. Let's listen to what the corner has to say. Come on, dude, beat this dude's ass. He's okay. So we have nothing intelligent to say. I don't know, dude. I hope he does.
fair. All right, moving up. Star Bullet. Shar
Boy.
Magomedov is back, taking on Marc-Andre Barriault.
Our bullet, fighting people in malls and then fighting Michael Penham. Michael Penham. Oh yeah.
Michael Penix Jr.
Michael Penix in the octagon. Shar got exposed. But who did Shar get exposed by? Probably the best, most awkward striker we have ever seen. Right? Michael Venom Page is so crafty, so weird. His timing's weird. He's very hard to fight. Marc-Andre just came off a huge win. Nasty win. Elbows in the clinch. Almost decapitated the dude. Against Bruno, I don't want to be there, Silva. Okay.
The dude in the hospital.
He did?
Yeah, they took Bruno Silva out on a stretcher.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. And I'm just making jokes about it.
Yeah, I mean, he was a dead man inside that octagon, bro.
Oh, my God. Hey, glad Bruno's all right. I kind of sound like Brendan Allen now. You know, did you catch that?
Oh, yeah, I caught it, buddy.
My brother's here. His brother isn't because he's... Holy shit. All right.
He didn't say
yeah, I know,
that.
I know. Anyways, Bruno Silva, yeah, Marc-Andre, put him in the hospital. Nasty elbows in the clinch. They truly were. But again, like I said, Bruno didn't want to be there. He really didn't. In the fight before, he didn't want to be there. Marc-Andre is a strong guy. You know, he's got a strong upper body, strong hips. He's tough in the clinch. He's a fucking Canadian hockey-style fighter. You do not want to fight these dudes in the clinch. They're gross. Is Shar going to fight you in the clinch? Absolutely not. Shar is a dude from the outside, stick and move, point, jab, boom, kick you, double spinning back fist. Marc-Andre going to be fast and guard that? Hell no. And again, Shara has gotten the nod. Okay, I forget who it was against, but he got the nod. He knocked out Trockley. He knocked out Petrosian with that double spinning back fist. Shara is going to eat this guy up from range, and I can't see Marc-Andre being fast enough or putting it in the clinch enough. If Marc-Andre comes forward, I think he's going to get clipped up way too often. Give me Shara bullet.
Yeah, and you said, will Shara fight you in the clinch? JP, I think he will, dude. I mean, he's got elbows, he's got knees, he can throw them up from wherever. As long as this fight's not going down to the ground, I think Shara is completely fine. And sure, the MVP loss, it is what it is. Guess who picked MVP? This guy. I mean, MVP is such a tricky striker. But for Shara in this one, you're going up against a guy that's just going to press forward and look to get in your face. Perfect. Doesn't strike well from range? Perfect. Won't take you down? Perfect. This ain't no mall. This is the octagon. You're going to find another W. Give me Shara, Bullet, Magomedov. I mean, I just don't see a way that Marc Andre is going to be able to clinch him and then throw some elbows, and Shara's not going to be able to defend and then get knocked out. Bruno Silva, as sad as that was, getting carried out on a stretcher and what have you, he has not wanted to fight in his last couple performances. The dude is done. All right. Shara's fighting outside of the organization, bro. He's trying to find people on the street to fight. This dude wants to fight, and I think he's going to be completely fine. And we love Shara on this channel. The dude's a stud, and he's got some KO power of his own. I think he clips the chin of Barriault on Saturday. Give me Shara, and give me him by KO as well.
We've bet Shara like, I can't even count it this time. We've locked him like damn near 3-4 times. No?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we've locked him multiple times.
Yeah, so that I'm excited for it, bro. Char Bullet, baby. Also, you saying he lost that fight in the mall?
No, he won the fight in the mall.
Wasn't
he doesn't need doesn't even need the mall to fight in. I mean, he's winning fights in the mall. He's winning fights in the UFC. He's going to win a fight on Saturday. That's all I'm saying.
Wasn't he fighting the guy because the guy like kissed his girlfriend or something? Not Shara's girlfriend, but like his own in public.
Yeah. Yeah. No PDA over there, bro. They don't do PDA. And God forbid the guy kiss Shara's girlfriend. Could you imagine that?
Shara would be in jail.
I mean, the fact that he wasn't in jail already is a little bit beyond me. Hey, I'll move over there just to fight people in the mall. Nowadays, here in the U.S., we can't even get people into the mall. All malls are dead.
Facts.
We're online shoppers.
Facts. Amazon's killed it. Let's just fight people on Amazon.
I kiss my fiance at home.
No PDA. They do not fuck around out there in the UAE. All right. Okay. Next one. Good one. Very good one.
Oh, yeah.
Petr Yan versus Marcus McGhee.
Yeah, should be a good matchup. Petr Yan. It's fought the who's who in the division, as you guys know. Split decision loss over Sean O'Malley. A lot of people think he won that fight. Split decision loss over Aljamain Sterling. Great performance there. Lost to Merab. Recently beat Song Yudong. Recently beat Davison Figueiredo. Those are all top-level performers. Taking on Marcus McGhee. Marcus McGhee is 10-1. The dude's on a nice little win streak. I think maybe JP, we're getting a little bit ahead of ourselves. The dude hits hard, but he was getting his leg chopped up from Jonathan Martinez, and I think Jonathan Martinez is kind of a middle of the road guy in this division. I don't necessarily see that being the fight that propels you to a Petr Yan fight in a co-main event. I like Marcus McGhee. I don't like him in this matchup. I'm taking Petr Yan.
Yeah. I agree pretty much to a T with everything you said. Bingo bango. I'm also taking Yan. Marcus McGee's 35, which is kind of crazy. 10-1. He's good. He can strike from range. He's powerful. He's quick. I mean, everything I just named, is that not Petr Yan as well? At a higher level, who's been doing it, who's been at the title.
With wrestling upside.
With wrestling, dude, in the clinch. Petr's got disgusting trips, bro. Not even in the clinch, in the red zone. He'll be boxing you, Then he'll reach out, grab you, and trip you. He's gross, dude. He is gross. A lot of people think he beat Sean O'Malley. I mean, he's getting finishes, right? But look at the guy who Marcus is finishing, right? JP Bays. I mean, who's a better JP? Me, clearly. This dude sucks. All right? Journey Newsome. Sorry, I was just waiting for anybody to tell me who the fuck that is.
Sounds like a corner in the NFL.
That kind of does. That's a pretty accurate joke. That dude would probably get toasted too. Yeah, I mean, the level of comp that Petr Yan has been fighting for years is way better than Marcus McGhee, and I think Petr still has some left. I think Petr wins this one, and I think he fights the winner of Sandhagen Merab. Everybody's like, well, he already got outworked by Merab. Who has?
Bro, I'm shot 50 takedowns, bro.
50 of them. 50 fucking takedowns. You would get outworked, bro. At 10 of them, you'd be like, oh, I'm done. I'm just tapping on the ground. Who hasn't got outworked by Merab? I could care less. Give me Piotr Jan all the way.
Yeah, it just seems like a big step up in competition. I mean, McGhee does hit hard, and that's his pathway to victory. Like catch Peter with something that he's not seen coming. But like at the same time, he's fought Figgy, he's fought Sean O'Malley, some of the hardest hitters in the division. Like I'm not too scared of a Marcus McGhee. Do you want to know a fun fact?
What's that?
Any guesses on Marcus McGee's takedown defense percentage?
Oh, gotta be pretty high, right?
Try 100%.
Oh, God, it's perfect.
Never been taken down. But I do believe this is the fight that we see that side. And honestly, it's like a gift and a curse. If your takedown defense is great, that's wonderful, but it also doesn't show us your skill on your back. And I just don't think it's ever going to be to the level of where Jan's at. So if he does get on top of you, it might be kind of one of those, turtle positions where you just can't get up.
Mm,
You're going to get smothered by Jan. Sure, you don't allow takedowns, but what happens if you actually get taken down or you trip and fall or something happens and there's a scramble? Like, then what? And that's the other thing too. Like, if you've never gotten taken down in a fight, are you working on it that hard in training? Like, are you preparing to get taken down if you've never ever been taken down? I don't know. Those things kind of worry me. It's an impressive stat, but I also think it's troubling for Marcus McGhee at the same time. That takes us to the main event. Robert Whittaker is taking on Reinier de Ridder. I'm super stoked for this fight.
yeah. 1000%. Very excited for this fight. Rob Whittaker. This dude fights in Abu Dhabi an awful lot. Um, but yeah, I'd say some people's goat of that division. There's some people that argue that. Dude was good, is good. The striking, the blitz. I mean, I'd put him and Wonder Boy both up there for guys who can just blitz you really well, fast, accurate, to the point, and then he'll just sit there and bounce back and forth. I like Rob, dude. I like Rob a lot. I like his fights with Izzy. I like his career. Everybody's gonna shit on him for the loss he just took to Hamzat. Tapping that quick. I mean, Hamzat broke his fucking teeth. I mean, I think he had a cyst behind his teeth in his jaw or something. So, but that was nasty work. Hamzat's fighting for a title now. I mean, we just saw this. An up and comer. Everybody's high on. Come in and fight Rob in Ikram, and then Rob starches him. A guy who's, hey, he's going to grapple him. He's big. He's going to wrestle him. Rob goes out there and starches him out cold. The only problem with that is Reinier de Ridder is fucking massive, and he's a problem, dude. He is a problem. Reinier is 6'4", phenomenal grappling. Yes, I understand that we have said his striking is not the best, because it's not. Who else is not on this card? Ibo Aslan, and he's still knocking people the fuck out. Carlos Leal, and he's still knocking the people the fuck out. Dricus du Plessis, his striking is atrocious. And that dude's a champ. He's beating everybody. Rainier's tall as shit, so he'll use his shoulders and his arms to just come up when he steps in with a knee or when he's in the clinch. He will go for the clinch so often. I'm worried Rob's going to blitz to close the gap because Rainier's long too, and he's going to teep him, strike. Rainier's going to come forward. He's going to walk forward. He is. And I'm worried he's going to get in the clinch. If we're in the clinch, I'd be shocked if Reinier can't submit Rob. I'd be shocked if we went all fight and Rob's defending takedowns, defending submissions, doesn't get subbed. I truly would. I wouldn't be shocked if Rob starches Reinier. Not at all. He'll catch him with something over the top. He very well could. But right now, I think Reinier de Ridder's a problem. I think he's on a run. He's only lost to one guy, bro. Both of his losses are to one guy. And this guy, there's been allegations. He may or may not be juicing. Who knows? Who fucking knows at this point? Everybody's juicing. But I think de Ridder's a problem. Plus 130. I like the value. I think he's a problem. I'm going to take RDR.
Yeah. Reinier de Ridder. Dude, 6'4". The level of grappling that this guy possesses, he's a very, very scary man. And Robert Whittaker, they keep feeding this guy killers. Like, give this guy some easy fights, bro. He did what he did against Ikram, and then you give him Hamza. what the hell are we doing? There's a reason he's fighting in Abu Dhabi all the time because he's taking on these fucking wrestlers that just want to continue to, maul you and smash Robert Whittaker. And now you're getting Reinier de Ridder, who's going to press forward, going to try to take you down, going to probably crank on that jaw again. Um, Should be a good matchup. My problem with Reinier de Ridder is we've seen time and time again that some of these guys that we think have been killers really aren't. So, like, when we take a look at the Gerald Meerschaert fight, sure, Meerschaert's a good grappler. RDR was gassed in round 3, finds a sub. That's cool. Gerald Meerschaert's kind of like a middle of the pack guy with good submission skills. Kevin Holland. We thought Kevin Holland was making another run. Is Kevin Holland a fraud? Like, I mean, I think we really got to start talking about that. He beats some random guys, then he loses to random guys. I don't know what he's doing. He's fighting for money. He's just trying to get as many fights as he can in 1 year. Fucking train, Kevin. Just train. Anyways, let's grapple with Reinier de Ridder. Get choked out. All right. And then Reinier de Ridder's fighting Bo Nickel. Sure. Bo Nickel, great wrestling. That's an intriguing matchup. Bo Nickel's not a good striker. And we saw that. Bo Nickel was faced with adversity. He kind of wilted. He faded. He got caught with some big shots. Kind of gave up on himself. And now he's fucking wrestling professionally for a few matches until he decides to come back into the UFC. Robert Whittaker's kind of a different breed, JP. Robert Whittaker has fought in the best of the best. And honestly, if you ask me, this is the matchup for RDR that I do think the striking is going to get exposed. I think Robert Whittaker is going to be able to piece him up on the feet, and he's skilled enough to stay safe when the fight is brought towards him and RDR shooting takedowns. The style in which RDR gets takedowns versus Hamzat is worlds different. If you watch RDR fight, it's a much more methodical approach. He presses forward, he works himself into striking distance, and then he's trying to get into the clinch, and then he'll trip you, take you down, or just drag you down to the ground. Hamzat's just ankle tackling like a cornerback against Derrick Henry from the outside, from 5 feet away. All right. And like that is a tough style to deal with if you're Robert Whittaker and you don't want to get taken down. Against RDR, I do think he's going to be able to create range, keep range. And if you look at all these fights that RDR found such success, especially early on, it was mistakes by Kevin Holland, which, what do you know? That happens in every Kevin Holland fight. Bo Nickel, inexperienced striker, did fine in the grappling department. And I think Robert Whittaker can bring that to the table as well. I got Robert Whittaker. I do think he's going to find the chin of RDR. He could knock him out. But if this fight goes 5 rounds, I worry about the gas tank of a guy as big as RDR that likes to grapple a lot, that isn't used to going deep into fights because he's finding these early submissions. I'm taking Rob.
I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if he slumps him. I mean, he's just a big guy that we've seen it time and time again. These big guys, they just kind of shell up and then step forward and throw something in the middle, and they use their arms. I mean, Kevin did it against D-Rod when he's smothering the space when D-Rod's fucking wobbled his shit. Yeah, let's get closer to the guy, you fucking moron. But yeah, I don't know.
Well, the other thing too is we've always talked about like just find the right guy with the right striking, and he will expose Reinier de Ridder. We've always talked about that, and we thought it was going to be Kevin Holland, and then we thought it was going to be Bo Nickel, and that was inappropriate of us because obviously the wrestling upside of Bo Nickel helped keep him safe in that department, but the striking was so lackluster that it's just like we didn't really know that side of Bo Nickel wasn't as developed as it was. We do know what we're getting with Robert Whittaker. And I think it's the best of both worlds. He's got the hands, he's got the power, he's got the striking. Where Reinier de Ridder, when he does close space, he's kind of like an arm tackler, bro. He just kind of reaches out.
Reach out for the clinch. Yeah, reach out to grab
it
you.
Exposes your chin. And I think Robert Whittaker can hit. So like that's kind of how I see this fight going. I just don't like the stand up at all from de Ridder. We'll see though. Should be a good fight.
I mean, yeah, we never said that Bo was a good fucking striker. I just didn't realize Bo
how
Bo
bad
Nickel
it was.
Yeah, it's worse than expected. but I didn't realize Bo Nickel was gonna lose to his fucking ego before he lost the fight. I mean, that dude has such an ego problem. It's crazy. It is crazy. If you're good at wrestling, just wrestle, bro. Just wrestle. We're not.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm showcasing my striking. It sucks. Everybody knows it sucks. But whatever. Should be a good one though. I'm excited for it. Should be entertaining.
That does it for the card. That doesn't do it for the show. We have your free show parlays coming your way right now, starting with Lockeddoormma's Lock of the Night. JP, who you locking?
Hey, we talked about it. All right, two similar guys. Fast, strong, explosive, good takedown defense. One guy's just been doing it at a higher level against higher competition for much longer, and I don't think he's done yet. Give me Petr Yan beat Marcus McGhee.
Let's go. And then for my lock, I'm picking a guy that's facing an opponent that's going to press forward into the dangers that my lock brings. Give me Shara, the Bullet, Magomedov. I think he's going to knock out Marc-Andre Barriault. Put those together. Should be a decent line. They're a little bit higher than what you guys are used to, but I got a really good feeling it's going to smack.
Shara by KO.
I like that too.
Throw that
Moving
in.
to Brevin's Basic. Let's start with Shara. You can maybe touch the Shara by KO because he will touch the chin of Andre Barriault. Number 2, JP may not like this one. I got Ibo Aslan. All right, I think he's going to maul his opponent on Saturday. And then number 3, I'm taking JP's lock. Give me Petr Yan to get it done.
I mean, if you're on the Evo fight, it's Evo by KO. You're not gonna bet him by fucking decision. Dude doesn't go to decision. He either knocks the guy the fuck out, or that's
maybe
it.
he subs him. Maybe he finds a submission.
If he subs him, if Ibo Aslan subs Billy Elekana, I'll shave my fucking head. Okay.
Oh God! All right. Holy cow!
I'd be shocked. That'd be nuts. All right, let's jump in at Jutsu time, baby. First 2, as expected, lock is a lock for a reason. Shara, throw him in there. One-eyed Willie. We will continue to make money on Shara. Okay. Other one, Petr. Jesus, it's like he's hitting me in the head. Petr Yan, throw him in there. He's my lock for a reason. He's nasty. RDR. Main event plus 130. Like it a lot. Throw RDR in there. All right. Third one, fourth one. My other dog, Bogdan Guskov, Anthony Smith 2.0. We knew what we did wrong with Anthony Smith. Remade him, made him better. Throw Bogdan in there. Next one. He may be juicing. He may not be juicing, but he's in the juicer. Carlos Leal. Throw him in there. Okay. Could get slumped by Salikhov, but if Carlos eats it, Muslim can't eat what Carlos is throwing. Okay, throw him in there. Next one, a guy who, like we said, has all the attributes, all the intangibles, all the skill. He's just got to put it together. Damon Blackshear over Davy Grant. Should be better, man. He just should be better. He's just got to find a win where he puts all of it together, the striking and the grappling, not just one or the other. I think he does that Saturday night. Throw him in there. 6 legs plus 1,200 just over right now. It's juiced.
I had a feeling. I thought you were going to give us another one. By the way you were sounding.
7 legs. Fuck the 7-leggers. All right, the 6-leggers are hard enough, bro. It's always 1 or 2 guys that just shit the bed.
True. All right. Well, that does it, ladies and gentlemen. If you've made it this far, make sure to subscribe to the channel. We appreciate it as always. Help the algorithm, help your boys. Let's hope we fade a TikTok ban this week. We didn't even talk about that, but we've been struggling out here. So help your boys out. Leave a like, leave a comment. Let us know your thoughts for this UFC fight night. And remember, it's not a fight night, it's a fight morning because it's in Abu Dhabi.
Facts. Rise and shine, wake up early, watch people punch each other in the face. Okay. Anybody excited for the White House card? All right, I got a great matchup. Me versus the creators of TikTok. I will. Ooh. All right, it's on that card. All right, we want some USA versus China, USA versus England, whatever. All right, we can run it. TikTok, come find me, dude. All right, in the prelims, it'll be me versus TikTok, Brevin versus the Taffa brothers. 2-on-1. Entertaining. All right, that's all I'm saying. And then we'll watch Connor fight more old men or fight addiction. Yeah. Appreciate you guys. Like Brevin said, like, subscribe, drop a comment, go over, show some love to TikTok. We appreciate you guys. Another weekend, another set of fights. Road to 500, baby. As always, it was a pleasure. Bingo, bango, baby. Hey.